Welcome to the New Earth Portal podcast, a podcast dedicated to guiding you through your ascension process from 3D to 5D consciousness. If you've just woken up spiritually and are curious about what's happening to you and the world around you, you're in the right place. This journey of awakening can feel overwhelming at first, but know that you're not alone. Our goal with the New Earth Portal podcast is to support you every step of the way, providing insights, tools and practical guidance as you shift from a 3D world rooted in fear, separation and limitation to a 5D world of unity, love, infinite possibilities. So let's get to the meat of this podcast. In this podcast we will explore the following topics: understanding spiritual awakening, 3D versus 5D consciousness, navigating the shift, raising your vibration, tools for spiritual growth, connecting with your higher self and your intuition, healing and releasing 3D limitations, manifesting in the 5D. How this podcast can help you on your journey. It will give you clarity. If you're feeling confused or overwhelmed by your awakening, this podcast will help you make sense of the changes happening within and around you. You'll receive step-by-step guidance on how to shift your mindset and energy from fear-based thinking to love-based 5D consciousness. Support. Know that you are not alone on this journey. This podcast will serve as a supportive space for your questions, doubts and breakthroughs. Practical tools. We'll share actual tools and practices to help you stay grounded, raise your vibration and accelerate your spiritual growth. Inspiration. Each episode is designed to inspire and empower you to embrace your ascension journey with confidence and excitement, knowing you are part of a global awakening. Community. By joining this podcast, you'll become part of a collective movement of souls ascending to a higher state of consciousness and creating a new reality of love, unity and purpose. This is what we're going to be talking about in this introduction podcast. Bear with me. I am new to the podcasting world, but we're going to give it a shot, stepping into my purpose. I had the download for this podcast a couple of months ago and it was very crystal clear, the New Earth Portal podcast. Starting with your spiritual awakening. Now, some people, such as twin flames, have an almighty spiritual awakening. Personally, mine was 3.5 years ago. My twin flame come in and bam, straight into a dark night of the soul. Then I had a Kundalini awakening, and then bit by bit I was exposed to the spiritual realm and spirituality and manifesting, and I went from unawake to the wake or the conscious state. We don't like the label unawake. People often understand what you're referring to. The unawakened soul is the one who's deliriously going about their day and is not in control of their destiny. The awakened soul understands energy, manifesting, and starts to consciously create their reality. From the point of waking up or consciously being aware of energy and vibration, and there's a deeper spiritual meaning behind your life, to starting to accept that there's something more than what meets the eye. This is the podcast, and I'm going to cover as many topics that I've learned along my journey. Am I an expert? No. Are there experts out there? A lot more than I am. But we will learn and grow together. Spiritual awakening. You start understanding that you are an energy being having a human experience. Later in that process, you'll understand that you have had many lifetimes, and in essence, you are playing a role in this lifetime, and there's a theme to your lifetime. And this is all understanding or some teachings that you will come across when you start waking up. What is 3D versus 5D consciousness? The third dimension is a lower vibration density vibration way of living. The 5D is a much higher, and when you have higher vibration, you think and feel from a higher perspective. And that higher perspective gives you a different angle on how to view the world. When you're in the lower density vibration or consciousness, you are limited to your view of the world based on the vibration that your body has, or your spiritual being at that time has. Now, very often, the spiritual awakening, something catastrophic may happen in your life. It may be a breakdown of a relationship, the death of a loved one, losing your home, being heartbroken over a loved one, okay? Or sometimes you might just naturally go into a spiritual awakening. Everyone's journey is very different, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. So the third dimension is based on fear, ego, and materialism. And the 5D consciousness dimension is focused on love, unity, and having a higher purpose. So I guess me doing this podcast is me having a higher purpose. When you start understanding and piecing a lot of the jigsaw puzzles together, you'll start navigating the shift of Ascension. Ascension can feel very disorientating, especially when your old beliefs and systems start falling away. These podcast series will guide you through how to navigate these changes. Part of the Ascension journey is raising your vibration. We will learn through these podcasts how to elevate your energy, raise your vibration to align with higher frequencies. We'll provide practical tools on how to stay grounded and balanced. Tools for spiritual growth, so these will include things like meditations, NLP, hypnotherapy, Reiki healing, crystals, tarot, divination tools, things like this to help you navigate messages, angel numbers, and messages from your higher self. Remember, before you wake up, maybe you don't believe in God, you don't believe in a higher power, you might have religious beliefs, you might have societal beliefs, you might have cultural beliefs. And all of these things will be throwing you into questioning what truths you want to hold on to, what truths are serving you, what is out of alignment with your soul, and bit by bit you'll be shedding away parts of your ego, parts of your identity, as you start evolving through the consciousness and the awareness of having this awakening. One of the aspects of a spiritual awakening is connecting with your higher self, and as a compass, having more guidance with your intuition. Now, if you're listening to this podcast, I imagine you might be a person who's gone from wounded masculine into their healing feminine energy. It tends to be the healing, the spiritual awakening journey tends to be the wounded masculines waking up, coming back into their healed feminine. So it's the feminines on this journey that heal, and then the masculines, the wounded feminines, step into the healed masculine roles. So it's almost like we're switching roles with society, but we will talk more about that later. Healing and releasing 3D limitations. So again, part of the Ascension journey is about letting go of old patterns, fears, and limiting beliefs that no longer serve us. We will explore how to heal emotional wounds and release these lower energies. And then finally, we will be manifesting in the 5D. The 5D is the unseen world, the non-materialistic world, where your soul resides. And underneath all the energy and underneath all the programming, your soul is unconditional love, which is a high vibrational being. So we're just returning back to our soul. Then you start aligning with your soul's purpose, and you start manifesting in the 5D. So you can discover how manifestation shifts in 5D from effort and struggle to ease and flow. You'll learn how to co-create with the universe from a place of alignment. As you progress through the Ascension journey, you'll notice that you become more and more abundant as you go further and down the journey. Thank you for joining this short episode of the New Earth Portal. Whether you just started your Ascension journey or are well along the path, this podcast is here to support and inspire you as you step into the limitless possibilities of 5D consciousness. We invite you to subscribe and tune in weekly for new episodes designed to guide you deeper into your spiritual awakening and help you co-create the new earth. Remember, the journey from 3D to 5D is a profound one, and you are exactly where you need to be. Let's walk this path together. Till the next episode, stay blessed.